Hey guys, it's Brad here from 4 Player Network. I'm here with the game director on The Witcher 3, Conrad, and we just got out of a 45-minute demonstration of the game. It was pretty impressive. Can you set up the story a little bit about The Witcher 3 and maybe explain the significance of the Wild Hunt?
Yeah, as most of you probably know that's the Geralt of Rivia, who is our main character in the game. He's created by Andrzej Sapkowski, who is the writer, Polish writer. He writes the novels about the
I've read
Geralt.
the books. I can't wait for the
Yeah,
one in August.
awesome. Yeah, and he created the White Hunt. He created the Geralt of Rivia. After finishing the last book, Geralt was almost killed, and as you know, in the first Witcher, he got alive, but he didn't remember what happens in the first and second Witcher.
Yes.
On the end of the second Witcher, he remembered that he was in the White Hunt, that he actually got woman he loved, the Yennefer of Yennefer. Yeah, and now in the Witcher 3, he tried to find her, and in this place, our adventure starts.
Okay.
It's not anymore you will be involved in these political things, the war and so on, but it's more personal. It's about you, about Yennefer, and about the White Hunt, which is a huge danger, not only for you, but for your for people who you care of
Okay.
also.
Well, really cool. Actually, in the demonstration, they mentioned something about a clean slate. Like this is a good place to start for newcomers to the series. My question is: are some of the decisions from the previous games going to carry over into this one?
Yes, of course. Of course, we always care about decisions. The consequences are smaller or bigger, but they will be there. And of course, we will get exclusive content for people who got the saves and import the saves for this part. And I think that you will be glad to see what happens.
What about on consoles? The transition from last generation to next generation.
Yeah, it's a good question. I don't know yet how Microsoft will approach to this problem, but I hope that this cloud thing will allow us to put
that's
the
right.
files on it, the saves, and use it in the third part of the game.
Oh well.
I keep my finger crossed, to get this feature.
Okay, so one of the big new things about The Witcher 3 is the fact that it's a much bigger and it's an open world. What are now the Witcher 2's both Witcher games I'd say have been known for being like a really polished and just extremely good looking. Has there been challenges in maintaining this level of polish in such an open world?
Yes, it was a huge challenge, and we need to remake some features of the Red Engine, the engine from The Witcher 2, to make the open world. First, to just make it running. I mean, the new streaming system, which allow us to go through the world without any loadings. And the second thing is that our environmental artists needs to design new tools for them, and programmers made them to very fast create some huge amount of locations. Like they can in 1 hour, make for example, the forest on the half of the location. It's quite easy right now. They can make a template of, for example, corridors, which they put together as unique thing, but it's easier to make than it was in The Witcher 2. In Witcher 2, they create, the location, putting, every rock on the location.
Wow.
And now they got different approach. It still look the same stunning, but it's easier to make.
Really cool. So this is a big open seamless world, correct?
Yeah.
And you do have a fast travel system?
Yes.
My question is it still designed in such a way where, like, if you just wanted to use, like, horses and boats, you can still, like, navigate the whole world without relying on fast travel?
Yes, of course. You don't need to use fast travel, but keep in mind that these distances are really huge.
Yeah.
And of course, we do it this way that you cannot fast travel to places which you don't know.
Yeah.
You need first discover them, and then if you don't want to make this distance once again, you can jump there, easy.
Yeah.
And of course, we trying to make player find always something interesting in the world. And when you're traveling from point to point, you always see in the distance interesting points, which are, for example, some tower, ruins, some old mill, and we call it the points of interest. And we want in the third Witcher use more the inner motivation of the players, not the external one, because in the second Witcher we usually give you a quest and ask you to go somewhere to do something. And now, if you are rewarded for exploring the world. If you want to explore the world, go somewhere, find somewhere, you will discover new quests, new backgrounds, new monsters, new monster hunting quests.
Really, really cool. Now, this is just a bit of a personal question. I did notice they said there that he can swim because
Yes,
in the game. My question is it only surface swimming or can you go underwater at any point?
For now, it's surface swimming.
Okay.
Because I will not lie, it's easier. To
Yeah,
make.
no, for sure.
We got many features to polish, and if we finish it quite fast, we can think about adding the go under the water. But for now, you are swimming on the surface.
Okay, cool. I have a question about the combat now. One of the big things about The Witcher 2, going from The Witcher 1 to Witcher 2, was the advancements in the combat. It was a huge leap, in my opinion. What are some of the changes or advancements you've made in the combat for Witcher 3?
Of course, we got a lot of changes, and maybe it's not easy to see on the screen, but when you're keeping the pad in your hand, it's huge, because in second Witcher, we got animations made from, for example, 3 or 4 moves even. And it looks cool, but it's really not responsive as it should be, because you cannot break the animation, and in the same time you want to dodge or parry, and you cannot do it. Now we got a different approach. Every attack is single animation, and every animation got the same timing. That means that, and it's less than 1 second. That means that you can break every time your sequence and make, for example, dodge, parry, or directional attack. We got different animations for every direction you want to attack, and we got this new camera, which got new intelligence one. It tries to always show you the battlefield and enemies, and it's no more like this that someone will go on your back and hit you, and you don't know what happened. Camera will show it to you, and you can react. You can make the directional attack to faster hit the enemy, or you can parry this attack, or you can just make a dodge. And this is the main difference, and of course we're adding more animations to the combat. It will look better, and we change the approach for the character development, because previously in the second Witcher we just giving you better damage and so on and so on, and now we giving you animations which will adding to the sequence, and if you will develop your character, the combat will be more fluent and more visual stunning.
Okay, one quick question as far as the combat goes. In Witcher 2, you would slow down time and switch between like weapons and signs. Is that still in the game? I mean, how do you switch between signs in this one? Is it similar to the previous game?
It's like this, that you get you hold buttons which you got this circle menu as it was in The Witcher 2.
Yeah.
It slows time and you can choose what you want, but you also got these shortcuts to change, for example, sword or choose another sign if you want to.
Now, as far as like the new, like the Witcher senses, I think they called it,
Yes.
where he was able to actually track the monsters
Yeah.
he was hunting. Is that sort of replacing having to, in the first 2 games, actually like go to a library and like buy a book, for example, about a monster to fill in your bestiary? Is this the new way he does it, or can you still
Not
research
really.
through reading?
We still got the knowledge which you got in the books, but this time, because Geralt is a monster hunter, and I think that in previous 2 games we didn't show it in the proper way, because in the books he prepared to fight with every monster he know.
Yeah.
And here in second Witcher it was like this, that you got the bosses and you got the swarm enemies, which was easy to kill. Now we change approach, and now we got over 80 different monsters, and every monster got their own background, special abilities. Sometimes it's connected to the side quest, like in the presentation you saw. And now you need to first check the tracks to know which monster you will fight with, and then you need to read in the bestiary book what resistances you got, how you need to prepare to the combat, and how you can find him. Sometimes you are using your ears to because some monsters got special sounds. You got your ears and
I heard
hear
that with
where
the crows.
he is. Yeah, like the crows on the presentation. Sometimes you need to make some baits to lure the monster from some place and to kill it. And the last thing is that you saw that these monsters in our game, Leshen got this teleportation and this special attack with the crows, and he holding to bring some wolves to him. This Fiend enemy, this huge monster, got the charge and this hypnotic eye. And if you will get knowledge from books about this monster, you got this special Witcher sense in the combat. We don't showing it yet.
Yeah.
Which allow you to attack these points and turn off these abilities.
Oh,
and
wow.
It's tactical mode, which allow you to weaker your enemy and give you advantage.
Oh, wow, that's really cool. All right, well, one final question, and it's a
Okay.
personal one. I watched the Microsoft press conference
Yeah.
on Monday,
Yeah.
and they said something interesting. They said that there's going to be Kinect support for the game where you can use voice commands to cast spells. Now, I'm a little bit of a Witcher fanboy, and I know Geralt of Rivia doesn't exactly cast spells with his voice. He uses signs.
Yes,
So how do you
exactly.
feel about that? I don't know.
But the Kinect now is more. It got better resolution and it can recognize fingers.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you saying that you might actually be able to use hand signs to
Yeah,
cast
we'll
spells?
try to do it.
Oh wow, that would be incredible.
Yeah.
All right, well I guess that's it for me. The game looked great, so I just want to
Awesome.
thank
I'm
you
very
for
happy.
talking to us for a little bit, and go to 4playernetwork.com for all other news articles and videos for E3 2013. Thank you a lot.
Thank you very much. It was very nice to meet you. Yeah. Thank you guys.